Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Jens versus Hankk. This game taking place here on Autumn Leaves. On the top right hand side of the map we have Hankk spawning as, well, the red orc off over here, opening up with what appears to be, well, Altar of Storms, Burrow, and we'll see if it's going to be a War Mill or Barracks first. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Jen spawning as the yellow Night Elf here, opening up with an Altar of Elders, Ancient of War in that proxy location to try and clear up that creep camp. And well, things are already well underway. What are we going to be looking at in this matchup? Well, only time can tell as things are getting underway. And wow, someone cut their nails on my desk and decided to leave me lots and lots of evidence. All right. For all you guys wondering when I'm going to start casting on my normal Twitch time, well, time is just a little bit difficult, so I'm trying to squeeze in my cast whenever I can. Hopefully, I'm still bringing you guys high quality content out there. And for those of you guys who wonder why I even stream or cast on Twitch, well, it's because I do get some support there as well, and there are subscribers there. If you do have an Amazon Prime subscription or are looking or want to support this channel in any way here on YouTube, well, you can go ahead and watch the videos on YouTube, which you are already doing. Step number one, very good job. Step number two, if you want to provide additional support, subscribe, follow, and subscribe on Twitch as well. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep on doing this as long as WarCraft 3 is alive. Forest Troll Berserker taking quite a bit of damage. Archer now trying to lose that aggro as we are going to be going into that Keeper of the Grove versus Farseer matchup. Keeper of the Grove very effective at, well, placing down a lot of pressure and gaining a little bit of a tempo play, even though a level 4 and level 5 Keeper of the Grove is not as scary as, say, a level 5 Demon Hunter. The reason why you're able to go Keeper of the Grove first, though, is that Demon Hunter can really close up and make up some of that timing and space difference, as we're looking at the Farseer now going after this, well, Keeper of the Grove here. It is going to be Farseer Grunts instead of Farseer Headhunter, as we did also see a second Burrow placed down before that tech to tier 2. Interesting calls there. Meanwhile, Jens is already getting up that Huntress also. We should be going into Huntresses here in just a moment. And while Hankk is going to be a little bit worse for wear if he's not careful, as Grunts are very large targets for Entangle. And when you entangle a Grunt, as long as there are other units there to try and put pressure and damage, say Huntresses, out on the battlefield, well, those Grunts can fall relatively fast. Archer now trying to retreat back here. A Huntress should be joining out onto the battlefield. Both sides absorbing quite a bit of damage. Keeper of the Grove wanting to stay close to those Moonwells. Jens needs to get more Moonwells up, and it is finally nightfall, so those Moonwells are going to start to, well, refill at a decent rate. Keeper of the Grove now looking to retreat back here. The Spirit Wolves doing a great job of keeping that Keeper of the Grove out from his own home as a Huntress finally joins it onto the battlefield, but a Grunt is also there as well. A little bit more healing. There goes an Entangle onto a Grunt now, and Hankk is going to have a little bit of problems. Is he going to try and get a deny onto that Grunt there? Grunt already down to 84 hit points. 2 more shots, 1 more shot, and that's going to be a deny. No, not a deny. A Huntress getting that last shot with only 16 to 18 damage, giving the Keeper of the Grove level 2 and now having access to those Treants. Access to Treants in addition to Keeper of the Grove Entangle, it does, well, add up to be quite a bit of damage, as the Keeper of the Grove with that Ring of Protection +3 able to survive a little bit longer. Going to go ahead and do a run by healing and then perhaps try and get a little bit more damage again. All right, a little bit more damage adding up. Farseer taking quite a bit of damage there. Is it going to be able to escape? Huntress trying to get in front as the Keeper of the Grove now trying to get some damage, and Hankk may get body blocked by that Archer who was able to Shadow Meld just a little bit time ago. All right, a little bit more damage. Keeper of the Grove gets up to level, stays at level 2. Is going to try and double back around. Spirit Wolves are going to try and chase after, as the Keeper of the Grove so far still alive and able to hang on ever so barely, down to 56 hit points. And it looks like it will live to fight another day, drink some more Moonwell juice, and, well, come out ahead. One of the big differences here, Jens is already at level 2 compared to a level 1 Farseer that has no experience whatsoever. On top of that, well, the Keeper or the Farseer has to be resurrected, and it is currently out of commission. An out-of-commission hero obviously cannot gain experience, and Jens may be able to get to level 3 on his Keeper of the Grove before that Farseer even makes its way back. Well, nope, take it back. Farseer is back, ready for action, and will be staying close to home, already training up a Torrent Totem as well to get those Spirit Walkers for Spirit Link. Farseer now making their rounds back across over here to the top left-hand side of the map to try and clear up the Kobold Taskmaster creep camp. Keeper of the Grove is level 3. Farseer still has not gotten any experience as of yet. Jens playing an absolute superb game, but how will it translate into the mid-game section now? We are going for 1-0 upgrades. Tier 2 is already done, and the Shadow Hunter is now getting trained up, a little bit delayed as the Farseer took up some precious time to get resurrected as well. Keeper of the Grove now marching out across the field. Farseer should be able to get to level 2 here easily. There it goes. Now going to get some healing salve, pick up a Ring of Regeneration. And with Farseer Shadow Hunter, perhaps he's going to try and go for Serpent Wards. Serpent Wards against those Huntresses, that does add up very, very quickly. Huntress is trying to find where exactly Hankk is and does not spot him as of yet. Behind this, Jens is setting up an expansion, will be building that expansion for that economic advantage in just a moment, as we are now looking at, well, the Shadow Hunter already out, and there's a Serpent Ward quickly being placed down, acting as a bit of a deterrence. 14 to 16 piercing damage coupled with the Orc Burrows that deal 23 to 37 or 23 to 27 damage. That is a lot of piercing damage against those Huntresses who do not want to, well, find the wrong end of those spears or any of that piercing damage indeed. Farseer should be able to easily heal back up here in just a moment. There goes a couple more units. There goes 1, 2, 3. We should be looking at a healing salve on that Grunt. Potion of Invulnerability dropped. Excuse me. As we are also going into Wind Riders. All right, Bestiary opting to go for Wind Riders first instead of Raiders. Wind Riders dealing a lot of damage against those Huntresses with that piercing damage indeed, and really not going to be able to be countered. Meanwhile, Hankk comes across and spots the expansion as it is still trying to entangle that gold mine. Goblin Alchemist, Keeper of the Grove, going to be trying to put in pressure here. Goblin Alchemist, a very strong hero, trying to, supporting hero to try and get more hit points across all of these units. All of that healing spray going down as we see a Grunt getting entangled and then acid bombed to death. A Grunt, another Grunt could get taken down here. Wind Riders are here as well to try and put in some pressure. There goes another Grunt as well, as the Huntresses should start to fall. Spirit Link trying to be cast. There goes one Huntress down already. Wind Riders trying to focus down some more units. Serpent Wards are down here, and it looks as though a Huntress will be able to escape at 217 hit points. Ancient Protector trying to be constructed. Not going to stand really much of any chance whatsoever as it gets taken down, not canceled, thereby giving experience and losing the full amount of gold. Detonation finishing off one of those Spirit Wolves. Double Serpent Wards, triple Serpent Wards, in addition to a Wind Rider, really making short work as the Spirit Link trying to keep the Wind Rider alive. Wind Rider taking quite a bit of damage, will be forced to retreat back as those Serpent Wards are still there. Treants coming across here. See some more Serpent Wards poke down some of those Huntresses. That is the question now, as the Raiders are finishing off some of those units once more. All right, low hit point unit. There goes a denied there as the Shadow Hunter getting a little bit more mana. Units are trying to make their way across as healing spray, trying to keep the units alive as well. Raiders do deal a fair amount of damage with that siege damage against those Huntresses. Huntress could get taken down. No, healing spray trying to keep all of these Huntresses alive. 44 supply compared to 30. Hankk has a big supply advantage, but he also has a lot of low hit point units as those units are going to try and retreat away. There goes one. Spirit Link not cast, thereby, I believe, taking the full damage there. All right, some more damage adding in. Some healing spray being brought over as well. Both sides still trying to fight their way through. One Wind Rider down to dead as it gets taken down. Level 4 now on that Keeper of the Grove. 4-2 going up against 3-2. Spirit Walker is currently well in that ethereal realm. Acid Bomb going down across the main heroes. Ring of Regeneration doing a little bit of work as the Grunts are trying to shut down the Huntress here. Are we going to see more damage? No, units are simply just retreating back as an Ancient Protector may end up getting destroyed or taken down before it is up and running once again. All right, a little bit more damage. Is it going to try and pop its head back out? No, it is once more taken down, not canceled. So I believe if a building is not canceled, it still gives experience as another Huntress gets taken down there. A lot of low hit point treants could easily be finished off by the Farseer and the Shadow Hunter to get that little bit of bonus experience. Instead, going after the archers there as the healing spray finally making a little bit more work there once more. All right, Archer's trying to retreat back. Archer, one more shot would take it down to 18 hit points, and it looks like it will survive again. Hankk not capitalizing on the micro, not being able to finish down a lot of those units, but with a larger army has been able to really just punish his opponent. But now that Jens has this economy going for him, will Jens bounce back with a larger group of units and then really make up some of that difference? 43 supply compared to 29. 3.8 against 2.6. Keeper of the Grove going to try and engage here. Archers continuing to poke across as the Spirit Wolves are diving down onto those archers. Archers getting ensnared and then taking critical strike normal damage from those dire wolves as both of them get taken down pretty quickly. Hankk now in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to be able to break free from there, taking a lot of damage? But it is a surround on the Alchemist, giving level 4 to the Farseer. Farseer now using a Scroll of Town Portal to head back away as we're looking at Ancient Protectors able to be constructed as the Scroll of Town Portal heads back through. All right, Farseer may try and pick up some healing salves here, try to heal back up all of these units. Gonna use a Clarity Potion as well. We should be looking at healing salves on these Spirit Walkers, and Hankk should be coming back over, ready, refreshed, ready to push in large amounts of damage. How come? Yeah, there's a healing salve finally being used there. No healing salve on that low hit point Spirit Walker as we see a detonation come down across. All right, maybe the shops were low on inventory. Farseer does use the Clarity Potion. Shadow Hunter used the healing salve. These two one Spirit Walker, or both Spirit Walkers now getting healed back up as we're going to be refreshed, ready to go. 47 supply compared to 32. Ancient Protector is completed. Farseer now trying to dive on in here. Ancient of War about to be completed. Raiders now trying to push pressure on as well. No pillage coming across as we're looking at Healing Wave bouncing around. Spirit Walkers do not have Spirit Link cast. Raiders could suffer large amounts of damage pretty easily as we're looking at the Treants now continuing to fight back here. No Disenchant possible as Disenchant is a very, very expensive spell to use. And Ensnare now going down onto the Huntress as the Grunts while trying to retreat back. Lots of repairs coming back and forth here. Ancient Protectors still somehow staying alive as the Ancient of War not going to be so lucky. Raiders are going to be able to get in a couple of hits there as we see now more detonations come across all of these Spirit Walkers. Constant fighting between these two sides. No time to rest. No time to bounce back here as you retreat only to heal up and put in pressure once more. 31 supply compared to 50. Ensnare onto Jens. Jens is Alchemist in trouble once again, able to break free. Meanwhile, the Treants are all right there trying to get in some damage. Archers are getting taken down. Grunts and Raiders could get taken down as well. There goes an Entangle. Hankk losing some units once more. 30 supply compared to 41. And, the supply advantage is still holding steady, but the economy of Jens should be on another level here as it's moving faster until this expansion is up for Hankk. Coming back around here, Farseer continuing to retreat back once more, and Hankk, now that he's going to have an expansion up and running, should be able to get enough of build enough of that army here. Kodo Beast tries to dine and dash, unable to do exactly that. No Ensnare going down on any of those units as we may be going into a bit of a reprieve. More Grunts getting trained up here. 47 supply over 62. Expansion of Hankk is up and running. Jens just happy to get a little bit of a breather to try and rebuild his base here. More Ancient Protectors are getting added, and the Alchemist should get to level 3 right here if it stays close enough by, and it will do exactly that. Keeper of the Grove staying at level 4, also using up a Clarity Potion to try and heal up. Meanwhile, level 4, level 3 on that Farseer and that Shadow Hunter. Moving over to the bottom left-hand side of the map, dire wolves, ancient protectors, all here going to try and finish off this Tree of Life. Tree of Life is getting repaired. A couple of ensnares do go down, but the archers, Keeper of the Grove, is all here ready once more as the as the Alchemist now sitting at level 3 with level 2 healing spray should be able to heal up all of those units fairly easily. 4-3 going up against 4-3. 50 supply army compared to 43. Gens has been able to hold off all of the aggression, but now we are looking at attacks going into other locations as well. Gens, well, what is Gens gonna do? Gens gonna do here? Gens is gonna just defend this Ancient of War, continue to fight back. There's some or was that a disenchant? Yeah, a disenchant onto some of those treants as those get taken down. Spirit Walkers, perhaps not the best use unless Spirit Link is used. Shamans with Purge work just as well and can also purge down units that are trying to retreat as an Ancient of War gets taken down here. One Huntress, well, dives on in a little bit too far. Kodo Beast has nothing in its belly and only has the level 1 weapons upgrade. We see Acid Bomb, Entangle, and a whole bunch of focus fire damage, finishing off a Raider there as Healing Spray now trying to keep all of these units alive and well. All right, Huntress was able to Shadow Melt in time, lose a little bit of aggro. Hankk now getting entangled here once more, may lose another Raider as it gets taken. 7 Hankk, 38 supply army compared to 20, but Hankk is currently sitting on low upkeep, so he is mining less gold a second than his opponent. As we're looking at still more pressure coming back and forth. Huntress is getting slowly digested, 37 supply compared to 51, and Hankk is in that low upkeep hell scenario where you're not quite sure what to do, as archers may end up getting taken down. Alchemist still fighting back here. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4, nearly at level 5. Has a Staff of Preservation, can start saving some of those lower hit point units if they get into a bit of danger. Alchemist with extra armor and extra hit points, much more deadly, as we're looking at a Kodo Beast able to back away. Level 4 now on the Shadow Hunter, so Hankk has finally taken the experience lead just by a little, as a Kodo Beast is still trying to, retreat away. Staff of Preservation saves right there. Farseer, Shadow Hunter continuing to put in that pressure. Where is that Archer? Archer is there as well, as the Moonwell could get taken down. Kodo Beast going to get entangled and get destroyed here, as this will keep him back at 51 supply. 46 supply compared to 51. Healing Wave bouncing around. Wisp are still repairing here. Shadow Hunter continuing to fight back. Archer's army now making their way back over. Level 4. Keeper of the Grove just shy of level 5. Alchemist and halfway to level 4, as the Farseer is already at level 5. So Hankk is doing a great job hanging in, or trying to control the pace of this game and not allow Gens to build up a large enough army. 39 supply compared to 24 still after all this time. If the Shadow Hunter gets to level 5, Serpent Wards will certainly make it much more difficult to try and fight back with those Huntresses. And I don't see any signs of Ancients of Lore by Gens or any other production buildings. That means that we may be just starting to look at mass archers, 18 to 24 damage, as we are at Tree of Ages, and the Hunter's Hall going to get taken out. Grunt trying to retreat back. That Grunt down to 13 hit points, down to dead, as the Scroll of Town Portal was just a split second too late. Level 5 now on that Keeper of the Grove. Level 3 Entangle to try and shut down Grunts. That damage over time does add up quite a bit. And, as it's staying there completely rooted, archers just turn a Grunt and or Raider into pincushions in a pretty much short amount of time. Alchemist now making its way back over a tree and absorbing quite a bit of damage here as the Alchemist joins in onto that battle. All right, level 4 now on that Alchemist, picking up Claws of Attack +5. I'm going to finish off the remainder of this creep camp here. So 5-4 going up against 5-4. And Gens now finally taking the supply lead after forcing Hankk for that Scroll of Town Portal. But Hankk ready to come back over the top now with Tauren. All right, Tauren are getting trained. Spirit Walkers do not have the mastery training. We are not going to see Resurrection or that Resurrection ability, which is going to be a bit of a surprise, as the Spirit Walkers, that's one of their, I take it back. We will be seeing that, but it's going to be a little bit of a timing issue. Keeper of the Grove now teleporting back here. Could we perhaps see Pulverize onto all of those archers? That is the question there. And Pulverize would deal large amounts of damage to all of those archers, as Acid Bomb and coupled with Entangle could try and shut down those Tauren. This is one of those strange situations where Micro is going to really determine the outcome of the battle. I guess not that strange of a situation at all, as it Entangled now goes down onto the Tauren. There goes a quick disenchant. Both sides going to fight. There's some detonation. Spirit Walkers, Alchemist trying to fight around here. Detonation going across multiple units as the Grunts finishing off, Archers finishing off a Spirit Walker there. More fighting getting underway. Are the Tauren able to get some pulverized off? That is the question. As we now see Scroll of Speed, Tauren gonna have a very, very bad day indeed. Healing Spray trying to be used as this low hit point Tauren, well, could get focused down rather fast. Potion of Invulnerability, Tauren down to 57 hit points, down to 34, down to 12, and able to escape Spirit Link, well, saving it from near death, as Alchemist now coming across to try and get in some more healing spray. All right, there goes an Entangle onto a Tauren. Tauren down to 400 hit points. Is it going to be able to survive? No, it is not. A 5 supply unit taken down there as the Alchemist gets Staff of Preservation at the last possible moment. Low hit point Alchemist going to be joining back in on the fight. Kodo Beast now shows up onto the battlefield as they're trying to rejoin in things as well. Farseer going after the Alchemist. Alchemist down to 400 hit points, trying to retreat back, and looks as though this Ancient Protector is going to be the focus of attention for at least a little while. All right, where did that Tauren go? That very, very low hit point Tauren, did it head all the way back home? No, I do not see it anywhere on the map. Perhaps it was still sniped down somewhere else. Do I see a giant skeleton anywhere? Nope. But it looks like it was in fact taken down. 44 supply compared to 54. Hankk still with the supply lead. Kodo Beast, however, well, could become a pincushion here in just a moment. An Entangle coupled with Acid Bomb is near certain death as the Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble. Potion of Healing transferred in time. There's the heal. Staff of Preservation for the save. Pulverize coming down on the Tauren as level 5 now on that Shadow Hunter. Level 5 Shadow Hunter turns into level 3 Healing Wave over level 3 Serpent Wards, as there is not enough Huntresses to warrant all of that additional piercing damage. Mass Wisp Detonation coming across to try and remove mana here. Keeper of the Grove is going to be in trouble. Jen's now trying to retreat away down to 49 hit points. A Grunt is going to perhaps get the killing blow there. One more shot is going to be needed, and does get the killing blow as a Raider does get taken down. All right, both sides still fighting their way through. Farseer gets up to level 6. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 5. Farseer, what is he going to get at level 6 is the question. Are we going to see level 3 Chain Lightning to try and finish off more of those units, as another Tauren could get taken down here? Tauren gets taken down. Alchemist, however, still shy. Farseer does not have enough mana for a Chain Lightning, as the Alchemist gets away at 150 hit points. All right, it was still, that ability has not been chosen as of yet. Shadow Hunter still sticking around. Kodo Beast still around here, as the Tree of Ages is going to be suffering a large bit of damage. New expansion coming in from Hankk. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Hankk is still mining pretty freely and easily. 54 supply compared to 38. And Gens may not be able to bounce back from this at all. Farseer constantly losing mana, though, from all of the Wisp detonations. I believe more Wisps have been detonated in this game than, I don't know, then probably 4 or 5 Night Elf games. Constantly seeing detonations on those Wisps there, as the Farseer now backs away. All right, Healing Spray being used. Level 5 now on the Alchemist. Alchemist trying to get healed back up. Grunt and Tauren trying to fight their way through as the Alchemist gets purged. Is it going to be able to break free? No, it is not. Farseer now gets entangled. That could be a bit of bad news as well. Level 5 Alchemist does fall down, and still no ability chosen just quite yet by Hankk on that level 6 Farseer. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 5 as well. Going to try and finish off more units. Going to get a pulverized and finish off one of those archers there, as this one Tauren could get taken down to 60, 50 hit points. And now the Keeper of the Grove is at level 6. All right, level 6 Keeper of the Grove does represent a large amount of damage. Ring of Regeneration on the Farseer. Farseer needs to try and stay alive. There's a disenchant. And well, and with Spirit Link trying to recover a little bit of that damage. And now we see a quick, well, oh, we could actually go for Farsight here. Oh, that would be absolutely hilarious. Using that Farsight ability to gain sight onto all of these archers, which are currently invisible, finish them off. And that would have been the sealing deal. But no, the Farseer does not do that. And not realizing that, hey, the archers are still there, ripe for the picking. All right, there goes an Entangle. However, a Potion of Invulnerability going to be used. There goes one archer again. And now the Alchemist coming back across. Shadow Hunter getting very close to level 6. Acid Bomb onto the Spirit Walkers, but now the Alchemist is now in a serious bit of trouble. He gets ensnared. He's going to have nowhere to run to. Tranquility trying to keep that Alchemist alive, and that Alchemist has a large amount of hit points, so it is regenerating quite a bit as it is still trying to retreat away. All right, Spirit Wolves, mana, well, Moonwells, as the Alchemist is just turning into a giant pincushion, able to slip through, gets purged once more. Alchemist down to 139 hit points, and will it get away? 1 or 2 more shots? No. Pulverized Raider gonna take what? Nope. Healing spray once again as that Alchemist is staying alive ever so barely, needs to try and run back. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove off to the north. Alchemist is down to 110 hit points, 82. We could be looking at an ensnare. No, Alchemist is able to get away. Keeper of the Grove still trying to run back around, and this is what I said about the Alchemist. So much healing available to both of these players here as we are looking at, well, this one wolf getting cleaned up here. Alchemist should try and healing spray between him and that Keeper of the Grove as well. Meanwhile, the Tree of Ages has been taken down. Shadowhunter dangerously low on hit points. Transfer of the Ring of Regeneration to that lower hit point. Shadowhunter, love that play. Keeping track of your items as the Spirit Walkers are now starting to resurrect each other. All right. Spirit Walker resurrecting each other. Jens using Tranquility, healing back up rather nicely here. Does still have access to healing spray. Hankk is sitting at 78 supply compared to 26, and Hankk looks like he will be able to finish things off with absolute brute force. Healing spray coming back around. Alchemist now trying to back up here. Long constant battle fighting between these two armies, but it felt like, well, Hankk has always been superior in terms of army size and been able to still trade fairly efficiently. Keeper of the Grove down to, 500 hit points. Tranquility not quite there. Alchemist trying to healing spray, trying to keep things alive. Ancient of Wonders there, and now in comes the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter now finally has Hex as well. It's level 3 Chain Lightning. Healing spray coming back around, and the Keeper of the Grove does end up falling. Jens gives the GG to Hankk in I wouldn't say marathon match, but definitely long distance run between these two armies. Early creeping early on gave Jens a slight advantage, level 3 over level 1, and Jens also had the expansion up. However, Hankk able to capitalize on his higher tech, able to do a little bit more, opened up into a Shadowhunter, also had Wind Riders to stop and force a transition away from Huntresses. As soon as that transition away from Huntresses was completed, the Spirit Wolves started making their presence known, and the Spirit Walkers and Tauren with Pulverize able to do large bouts of damage. Hankk consistently with the larger army able to turn that small advantage eventually into a larger one after establishing up his own expansion, and then able to take the game. Let me know what you guys think of the game. Let me know what you guys thought of the recap, trying to remember everything that happened in that game. And remember to thumbs up and like the video. Leave comments below if you want to support me. See you guys next time.